Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Cards and Coffee with Toni. This is today's daily energetic tarot forecast for Friday, May 8th through Saturday, May 9th, 2020. But anytime you see this is exactly when you were intended to see it because time is limitless. So good morning, everyone. I hope that you have your coffee. I've got my Stay Grounded mug today, and I hope in this full moon week and with the upcoming Mercury retrograde just around the corner, I hope you are practicing staying grounded. You're going outside barefoot, getting your feet in the ground, and literally grounding your energy into the earth, sending it down to Mama Gaia, letting go of any negative, unwanted energy, and just letting it go. Okay, let's get started. Let's get out our sage. Okay, a little bit more. Here we go. There we go. We cleanse, bless, and protect this space. We cleanse, we bless, we protect this space. We cleanse, we bless, we protect this space. We cleanse, we bless, we protect this space. And now I'm going to cleanse, bless, activate, and fully align all my chakras. I even get that this sage under my feet. I'll get it all around me. I like to get my energy feeling good before I get to talking to spirit here. Okay, beautiful. I wish y'all could smell. That is some Nong Champa incense. My best friend Julie introduced that to me about 15 years ago. Shout out to Julie for teaching me the wonder that is Nong Champa. All right, let's set the tone for this reading. Beautiful. Got my little squirrel bell there. Now, let's get out our sword and we call forth in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Our angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides, we ask that you please be present with us. We set the intention of understanding and receiving your messages so that we can interpret their meaning as best as it can help us. All right, so welcome. Did you all get through the first week of May in one piece and healthy? I hope so. Our household has had a lot going on this week, so I hope your household had a lot less stress and you're all healthy and ready to enjoy this beautiful late spring weekend. Okay, let's get started. The first deck we're going to be reading from today is Getting into the Vortex by Esther and Jerry Hicks. These are relationship cards from the channelings and teachings of Abraham. If you'd like to learn more about Abraham Hicks, I've got some videos linked above. Just click on that link. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, and Abraham. What messages do you have for the collective today? Abraham, I need one card on the table, please. Abraham Hicks is one of my all-time favorites. She's kind of like a grandmother to me. She gives very good advice. And I don't know. Anytime I need advice, I go to her videos, and almost always I will find what I'm looking for. Okay, let's see what is on the table. Number 9. I am a vibrational being, vibrationally emanating desires. Oh, I love this. Number 9. Okay, so number 9, the end up a cycle. So we have some cycles ending for some of us. Look at all these beautiful chakra energy she's letting through. You live in a vibrational universe that is managed by the law of attraction. The law of attraction is bringing vibrations that are alike together. And so it is important for you to acknowledge that you are vibrational beings, constantly emanating vibrational signals of desire. And when you're from your human form, you offer a vibration of what you want because you know what you don't want, so you know what you do want. You cannot contemplate any subject without equal components of wanted and unwanted appearing vibrationally in your experience. So takeaway here is to remember that all things, living and not living, are vibration. You are a vibrational being, though you are a living being, and you are made up of vibrational energies that are all, that's what you're literally creative of. You need to remember that your desires are emanated, you project your desires through your vibrations. And two, remember that as you're projecting what you are wanting, you are also, there's two sides to every coin. There's wanted and unwanted. And you cannot think about any subject without the equal components of wanted and unwanted appearing vibrationally in your experience. You know, polarization. What goes up must come down, black and white, left and right, that kind of thing. It's exactly the same. You know, you're going to see what you want, and because you see what you want, you're going to know exactly what you don't want, and vice versa. That's what that means. But do remember that everything that you want, all your desires, can be attained through vibrating at that energy to attract them. All right. Speaking of things that are attractive, let's jump into the Romance Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. All right. Let's see what we get today. The Romance Angels for the weekend. All right, angels. What messages do you have for us today? Very soon. Looks like some of you are getting some love very soon. Maybe this weekend. Chemistry. Oh, goodness. This is a brand new deck. It's only the second time it's ever been shuffled, and it is still very sticky. Oh, my goodness. This is a... There we go. Let's see if we can get that to unshuffle. All right, angels. What messages do you have for the collective today? We just need one card on the table, please. The cards are sticking so hard together. I love this gold leaf edging though. Isn't it pretty? Oh, there we go. Okay, let's see what we got. We have on the table, oh, interesting. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Well, isn't that an interesting message? Directly beside, I'm a vibrational being, vibrationally emanating desires. What you desire, what you don't desire. And then over here, it's telling you the time has come to clear your energy. So, this could be, for some of you, definitely a specific message to please quit thinking about your ex, quit focusing on your ex, let that person go, let go of the energy of your ex. If you don't want them in your life, you have to stop thinking. If you want a situation to go away, you have to stop thinking about it and giving energy to the situation, okay? You need to clear your energy. Remember at the top of this, when I said you need to go get grounded? Yeah, you do. You need to go outside and release that energy. Clear your energy. All right. Now, why? Because if it's your ex for a reason, right? But if it's something that you don't want, apparently you are focusing very much on things you don't desire, right? You know, you cannot contemplate any subject without equal components of wanted and unwanted appearing vibrationally in your experience. So it appears that your energy right now has been focusing on what you don't want, the unwanted. It's time to clear your energy and start focusing your vibrations on what you do want, emanating out what you do want so you can receive what you want, not what you don't want. I mean, she is obviously in heartache and grief and distraught, despair. I mean, she is not a happy angel, right? Well, that's because you're focusing too much on the energy of what you don't want, the unwanted. It's time to focus on what you do want. At the bottom of the deck, this is interesting. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Interesting, you know, because here a lot of us are having time at home. So what I do think, though, I'm not necessarily feeling like this is so much as a honeymoon time with somebody else as it is a honeymoon time with you, you yourself. This is about you, okay? This is what this card's talking about. This is talking about you. You are on lockdown with yourself right now, and you have been spending time getting to know yourself. And maybe it's actually been a really good time. You've spent a lot of time just, really getting to, interesting, here it is under this full moon even. The moon, the moon card in the tarot deck represents, what is unseen. Maybe even your shadow aspects of what you can't see, your subconscious, right? So, maybe you've been spending this time at home focusing on, your shadow side, and it's been really good. You've been doing a lot of good work on, your shadow side and those aspects of yourself. But maybe while you do that, maybe you have come to realize you've been spending a lot of time hanging on the energy of things you don't want. Well, now that you've taken inventory of the situation, you've spent some time focusing on, yourself and where you're going and where you're headed and working on getting in your alignment with yourself and source. Maybe now is a really good time to release your ex. We are still in the energy of that full Scorpio full moon from Thursday. Okay. So, it was just yesterday, for goodness sakes. You still got time to do a good full moon ritual. If you don't know anything about that, look it up here on, YouTube. There's plenty of great videos. I highly suggest Pretty Boss TV. She's one of my absolute favorites. To work on, some clearing, some full moon clearing and some releasing so that you can get your energy right. I feel like some of you are holding on to this energy that's causing some stagnation and causing some blockages to you receiving your desires. But the good news is, you guys see that 9 on the table? It's time. It's the end of that cycle. It's time to let it go. Let it go and let's move forward. Okay, let's do our tarot for the day. The first deck we're going to be reading from. Okay. Angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides, what messages do we have for the collective today? King of Swords. That's about getting real clear on what you want. Clear thinking, clarity. You get clarity about what you do want and let go of what you don't. Quit thinking about that. And look what you're going to get. That 10 of Cups. Whoop, whoop. I love that 10 of Cups energy. It's one of my most favorite cards. Got Harmony, Happy Home. And then look there. You got that 8 of Pentacles. That's about, that's like if you look, that's like a guy learning. That's like about learning a craft, learning something new. So maybe it's time for you to learn something new. All right, let's see what we got. Let's go. Uh-oh, that last shuffle just fell apart. Let's try that again, family. There we go. I'm never going to get a job in Vegas as a blackjack dealer. I promise you. Oh, here we go. Card 1, the Fool. Nice. That is an interesting message right there. Okay, we need 2 more cards, please. Angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit. We need 2 more cards on the table, please. Okay, well, that just hopped right out, didn't it? Okay, 2 of Wands. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure that landed in reverse, but since I flipped it that way, we're going to call it. 1 more card, please, Spirit. Oh, there we go. That is interesting. Okay. At the bottom of the deck. All right, let's just jump straight. Let me get some of this coffee real quick. All right, up first in the past position. Major Arcana kicking it off. So this is probably a story about you, if I had to guess. All right, up first, the Fool. 0, infinite, no beginning, no ending. It's, endless possibilities, right? Not just infinite, just like there's no such thing as a number of possibilities here. This is that Aquarius energy, okay? these are, just the beginnings, right? He can be the Fool can be a very free-spirited person, but he's very innocent. I don't think of him as a fool per se. I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. He's about to walk off a cliff here. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, this is just, he's new. This is his story, right? This is the beginning of the story. This is the fool's journey, right? What the tarot is. So, this is at the beginning. That's interesting because you go from 0 to 9, right? Okay, so you're at the beginning of the journey and now you're at the end of the journey, and so that's interesting because this is in the past. So it looks like to me, you have been maybe the Fool. It can, besides meaning innocence, it can mean and in fact foolishness, right? So I mean, I don't want to say you've been foolish. I don't want to say that, but I say maybe you've been focusing on some foolish things. Maybe you've been focusing on things that really, you thought mattered even. Maybe your priorities have changed and you've been focusing on unwanted things that you thought you wanted. It turns out, no, you don't, because you weren't in alignment with yourself and with the source. And so the things maybe that you wanted, you didn't. Maybe it's a little bit of naivety. Maybe it's a little bit of foolishness. But either way, maybe you've been focusing way too hard on things you don't want and or need. And you have been attracting some unwanted proof of evidence and manifestation, and you haven't been getting what you want. So moving forward, this is really interesting. Like I said, the time has come for you to clear your energy, to release focusing on those unwanted things. It's time to reset your energy and get into alignment. Well, excuse me, that's that Two of Swords there, right? What did I say, swords? What I meant to say was wands. That's that Two of Wands. In reverse, wands are your fire signs, your Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, okay? In reverse, this is just that fear of the unknown, right? It's what you don't see coming, see how when he's this way, he's like, holding the globe and he's got that wand, like he's going on like a staff, like a journey, right? Like he's making plans for his future to go forward, right? Well, in reverse, he doesn't know where he's going, right? Like he has no plans. He's not sure where it's headed at this point. That's just really, this is interesting because together, release your ex, the time has come to clear your energy, and then you have right underneath it, unsure of where you're headed. It's like, yeah, I hear some resistance. This is what I'm calling, and now we've reached the resistance part of our reading. But that's what this is. This is, you don't want to release, whether it doesn't have to be your ex, it can be whatever it is, whatever the stagnant energy is that you are holding on to. Whether it's your ex, your mama, your brother, your job, your school, your dog, whatever it is, your addictions, your fears, your whatever it is you're holding on to, you don't want to let it go because you don't know where. Look, there's two messages I hear. The first message is because you don't know where you're headed. You literally haven't got yourself into alignment. You have no idea what direction you should be going. So you don't want to let this go because you don't have anything else to hold on to. Okay, there's one message for sure. The other one is you don't want to let go of it because that's the only path you've ever known. You don't know another path. Like I said, he doesn't know where he's headed. He doesn't know another path, right? You don't want to let go of that energy because it's the only thing you've ever known. If you grew up in a dysfunctional household with, like, let's say for instance, you grew up in a household where the person who raised you screamed all the time about literally everything for no reason, really, you probably will be like that as an adult until you come to the realization that that's not how life should be. So the problem is, it's just because you come to the realization that something has to change, perhaps you come to the realization, yeah, it is true. I need to let go of this energy and I need to move forward. I need to release this. But then what? What am I supposed to be focusing on, right? If I don't focus on this, then what do I focus on? So just because you have the realization does not always mean you have the solution of what comes next. And that's what this card feels like. It's, there's a lot of anxiety about this release that, you know it is time, but you're very nervous to do so because you don't know where you're headed next. Now, interesting. So, I would have preferred this to have been in reverse. And at first, I wasn't entirely sure that it wasn't, but I did see it when I flipped it this way. So I went ahead and counted it. Okay, 5 of Cups. These are your water signs, your Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. All right. You see how he's looking at these 3 cups that he's knocked over, right? And he's spilled his wine. And he's not even looking at these 2 cups over here. All he's focuses on is what he's lost. Okay. And that's what this is. This is just like, loss or regret or disappointment. Okay. And this is in the future position. And there's a little bit of confusion we're going to have here. We're going to draw a few more cards to get some clarifying here, because this is, I kind of feel like, just off the top of my head reading that, you've been able to spend some time while you've been in this, time alone, this honeymoon period of working with yourself, getting into your shadows and learning more about yourself and about what getting into alignment and things like that. Now you're starting to understand, because that's what this is. This is you, the beginning. You've been working on learning what it is you want, working on your vibration, working on your alignment, your connection to source and yourself. And now you're here. You've reached this point where you're like, okay, now I've gotten some alignment and some clarity, and now I see that there are things that I need to release. I'm not sure where to go from there, though. I'm not sure what that future looks like if I let go of that energy. If I move forward, I don't know where it goes. And then you have regret. So I don't know necessarily, and we'll get some clarification, but I don't feel like you're regretting letting go of this. I think maybe it may even be that you're regretting that you held on so long, that you wasted so much time holding on to this. And if that's where we're headed, I want us to understand that there should be no regret for actions made in the past, because those are just times and opportunities that we have to learn. Okay. So let's not be in that energy, but we're going to hold on to this, because this is let's get some clarification on this. There's a little bit of confusion I have, and I need to clarify. But here's what's interesting. At the bottom of the deck, At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles are your earth signs, your Virgo, your Taurus, your Capricorn, right? They represent money and your finances and your career. And you see how he's like, here, have some money, right? This is really and truly the manifestation card. Like, he's see how there's this beautiful arbor, and you're walking through the path, and all of a sudden you come to this gate, and now you're going to walk through the gate towards the mountains. You're heading into the destiny, This is the manifestation card. These are the new opportunities, prosperity. This is a great ace. I love this ace. And so I kind of feel like it's not that you regret that you have to let go of this. It's almost like you regret that you didn't let go of it sooner. Because as soon as you let go of that past and you quit focusing on it, you're going to have these new opportunities handed to you. Who cares about those spilled cups? Look at those mountains in the distance, baby. Let's get going. Let's get to hiking here, right? So what? You spilled some milk. Bounce. Let's move on, right? So let's draw a clarifying card or two and let's see what messages we get here. We're going to be drawing from the White Sage Tarot. If it wants to come out of the tin, we will be drawing from it. There we go. All right. Interesting. 5 of Swords in reverse. That's, being open to change and past resentment, which is interesting because here we have this kind of regret. So, and I'm talking about, you may be regretting that you didn't make that choice sooner. And that's basically exactly what that is. That's 5 of Swords energy is past regret, resentment. So, but it is also open to change. So, hey, there's that. Yo, Ace of Wands. That's, the spark of inspiration. You got inspiration, you've got manifestation and prosperity on the table. And then the Eight of Swords. Open to new perspectives and release. When it's in reverse, it literally means release. And open to new perspectives, which is what I said one of the cards I got during the shuffle. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides. What messages do you have? We need 1 or 2 cards on the table, please. But I do feel like some of you are going to wish you had made that choice sooner, because once you realize you spent a lot of time focusing on what didn't matter and what you didn't want, then you're going to get this. But I feel like for some, maybe there's going to be some time, a little bit of time. Maybe there's some time that you're going to need to review and look over. Kind of like a performance review, if you will. And the reason I say that, I'm going to show you why here, is because, and I'm actually going to draw one more card here before we go forward. I kind of feel like this is more of a performance review so that you can figure out what lessons you're taking from these spilled cups, okay? You're going to be able to turn around and pick these 2 cups up here, cross this bridge and move on forward here in the future. But first you need to look at it and take what you can get from the lessons you're learning. I'm going to ask for one more card, Spirit. I just want to clarify it, but I feel pretty comfortable that this is exactly what that says. Okay, there we go. Yep. Okay. Absolute. Okay. Absolutely. We're gonna, where can we put her so you can see her? Put her right there. There we go. Well, you have all the elements here. We have pentacles, we have swords, we have wands, we have cups. So all of you are in the house today. Okay, so let me lay these down. So I have a tendency when I draw 2 cards to kind of put them in between the 2. These are like the bridge of from here to here and here to here. 10 of Wands here, okay? Going from the past into the present. Wands, again, those are your fire signs. 10 of Wands can be like a burden, right? Like, or I don't want to say responsibility in this. Those are the 2 words I always use to describe this, like a burden or responsibility, depending on the cards around it, right? And hard work. Hard work is the other word I hear here. So you got wands here and you got wands here, and if you actually look at the Fool in his journey, he's carrying wand himself. So you got all this wand, energy, these, creative energy, this fire energy on the table. This is, perhaps not the burdens, more like these are the loose ends that you had to tie up. Okay, now I hear it. Okay, I hear it. Yeah. So, okay, here you are. You were a brand new, shiny, hey, I realize that it's time for me to make some changes coming out of this honeymoon period. Like I said, you've been in this, shadow period of time at home, learning about yourself, learning your likes, dislikes, wants, unwants. I don't know how to say that. Things you don't want. And now you are ready to get to work on getting your vibration locked on. And you've got your wants and your unwanted things in clear understanding. And this right here is you doing the work, right? I mean, these are your responsibilities. This is you doing the hard work, right? And sorting it out and just figuring out what it is you need to let go and keep, right? Well, now we are in the present, and now the time has come, and now it is time to release. It is time to let go of the things that need to be released to clear your energy. But you have a little bit of hesitancy here. You're not sure if you let go of these things, what does that mean for you going forward, right? I mean, will you still be able to have the life that you have now? Or you may not even want the life you have now, but regardless, will you still be you after you let go? And you don't know. Look at this. You go from this 2 to this 1. Looky here. Yeah, you had this yesterday, I think twice, in fact. The Magician. In fact, look, you go from the full 0 to number 1, the Magician. That's right. The Magician. That's that Aries energy, that fire energy. I'm telling you, this is very strong, not just fire energy, but fire energy is that life force, that creative energy. So you are creating a new life. It is time. It is time to end this cycle and start a whole new life. It's time to release, end the cycle and release. Let it go. Because baby, you're the magician. You're the magician. You have the power. You have the ability to take the action, the resourcefulness to create a new life. You have now begun to understand that you can create a life, anything you want, when you are in vibrational alignment. When you release the energy that is blocking you from moving forward, you're going to be that magician, no doubt. So yeah, I do feel like this 5 of Cups here in the future position is not so much about regret and disappointment and despair, but more of he's looking at these 3 cups of spilled wine and he's taking what he can from the lessons learned so that he can move forward. Like I said, at the bottom of that deck, you have the Ace of Pentacles, right? That's, this new opportunity coming in. This is manifestation. This is prosperity. Now, at the bottom of this deck, look there, you have the Queen of Swords. She's a very quick thinker. Swords, that's the air signs. All of a sudden, my brain just spaced out on me. You're Aquarius, you're Gemini, and you're Libras, right? These are, the things that you think about, right? The air signs are. She's a very quick-witted thinker, okay? So one thing that's important to understand is we're talking about, the things we think about, right? Like releasing this energy that we're holding on to and we give a lot of energy to, right? And now, you've probably even got a list of the things you need to release, right? Even if you aren't sure what that future is going to give you from that release, even if you aren't sure how you feel about it. I mean, well, just because you need to let something go does not mean it's not going to cause you to have some kind of emotional response that isn't always positive. You can feel sad, you can feel loss, you can feel regret, but that doesn't mean you can't learn your lessons and move forward and still be a magician. She is a very smart, quick-witted thinker is what I'm trying to say. She's very fast on her feet when she's thinking. She's got great perception, right? Like she can totally understand. She can read the room really quick. Okay, and that's what you need right now. You need her and her, these laser eyes. I mean, look at her. She's out for the kill here, right? She's gonna go and feed her family tonight. Look at her. She's determined. That's what you need. You need her to come here with her sword and just be like, nope, gotta go, gotta cut out that energy. You need to call upon that Queen of Swords to help you. She is absolutely here to help you make concise, energetic cuts and to clear that energy and to release. She is the Queen of Release because she knows, going right back here. This is her right here. This is her. It says, and when in your human form you offer a vibration of what you want because you know what you don't want, so you know what you do want. And this queen right here, this Queen of Swords, knows exactly what she does and does not want. And she will be able to take this sword and make a mighty cut and just cut it away. Release. That's what she's here for. She's here to help you release. And as soon as you get that release, you're going to manifest prosperity, abundance. You're a magician, baby. It's coming. It is coming. It's on its way for you. Let's draw one more oracle card. We are going to be drawing from Healing with the Angels by Doreen Virtue. If you like any of these decks, be sure to go down to the links below. All right, angels, what messages do you got? New beginnings, I told you. You got new beginnings coming when you release. You got new beginnings coming when you release. Listening. You need to, right? You need to be listening. You need to be listening to yourself. You know what you need to be cutting. You know what you need to be releasing. Even if you're unsure and you're a little bit nervous about the pain that might cause, you know exactly. You need to be listening to yourself. Right? Retreat. You've been in retreat in this honeymoon phase. You've been working on your shadow self. You know. You've been listening to yourself. You know. All right, angels. I need one card on the table, please. All right, thank you. Huh. I love it. Yep. Freedom, freedom. Oh, I miss George Michael. Oh, come on now. That's funny. Here I'm trying to sing I Can't Carry a Tune in a Bucket. And look what's at the bottom of the deck. Harmony. All right, that's funny. Because God knows I can't get the harmony. Freedom. There is freedom in release. There is freedom in letting go of the things that are holding you back, that serve you no purpose, that are causing you pain and regret. Let it go. You are ready to be the magician. You are ready to have abundance and prosperity. Your cards are on the table for abundance and prosperity and magician. It is time. You know what you want. You know what you don't want. You have been working on getting your alignment. You've been working on creating connection to your higher self and source. You are now ready to release what you don't want. Don't be afraid. Take your lessons for what they are, learn them, and then move forward. And the minute that you do, look what you got. Bam! There is freedom on the table for you. For you. Not for somebody else, for you. If you are watching this, this is for you, okay? It is a time to let it go. Let it go. Let's talk about this harmony card real quick. Oh, good God almighty. Hold on. We're going to come back to this in 1 second. Harmony. Conflict is resolved in a situation that is troubling you. Know that you deserve this peace and happiness and accept it graciously. Accept it graciously. It is time for you to get some harmony and conflict resolution in this situation that is causing you pain, that's causing you loss and regret. It is time for you to get some peace and some resolution. And look what is freaking underneath it. Surrender and release. I mean, can it be any clearer than that? It is. No, it can't be. It cannot be. It is time to surrender and release. Look at this. The beautiful green heart chakra energy surrounding her. See how she is just crack open that vase and letting that water flow. That is right. She is surrendering. She is releasing. She is letting it go. And how dang funny. Look, what did I say? What did I say? You've got to surrender and release these things. Look at this pouring cup. Look, the wine flowing, the water flowing. It is time to surrender and release these cups right here. So you can focus on these things that are bringing you joy. So you can focus on these things that you want, not these unwanted things. It is time to let them damn go, y'all. Enough, 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 enough. Let go. Clean that energy out, because the minute that you surrender and release, you are going to get peace. You are going to get harmony in this situation. You're going to be able to hear what you can't hear. You're going to be that Queen of Swords. You are going to have quick thinking and perception and understand exactly what you want. And look what is on its way. That's right. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe to this channel, that'd be awesome. If you want to share this with somebody who might find helpful, that'd be really cool. And hey, if you want notifications, hit that bell and you'll get notifications when I post new content daily. Thanks for coming by. Come back tomorrow for tomorrow's daily tarot forecast, and until then, keep praying and know that I love y'all. Bye.